Welcome back to Johnny's Slut Tour of Ohio. This is day 4. I got up at a pretty reasonable time this morning and took an Uber up north to a boba shop that someone in my comments recommended called Little Cat. The vibes were excellent, everyone looked gay, and were wearing either Crocs or ballet flats. They had a cute menu, and I really liked these painted ghosts in the bathroom. Once I was sufficiently caffeinated, I headed north up High Street and listened to some traditional Ohio music to really get me in the mood for the day. Lunch today was North Market, which I went to with my friend Hannah, who I used to work with at MTV years and years ago in Los Angeles. I gave her all the hot, juicy gossip that I can't give you guys, unfortunately, because of people's personal lives, but we had a blast kikiing. Then we did our due diligence and squished some lantern flies before she very kindly drove me to the Columbus Metropolitan Library. I love a good public library, and I love a beautiful old building, so check and check. Also, they had this crazy exhibit of these giant animatronic insects. I used to be really into bugs when I was younger, so this really hit for me. And even they managed to make me feel at home in Columbus.
Slut.
Perfect. There was a beautiful place to sit just upstairs, so I sat and edited some video for a while before walking back to German Village. I decided I could treat myself to a little cool down time and watch some Great British Bake Off. This man has been really doing it for me, but part of that might be that he reminds me of the boys from yesterday. As you may have gathered, I've been socializing nonstop, and I was completely exhausted, but no rest for the wicked, up and at 'em to the next date. This one was interesting. I got a message from a faceless profile on TikTok asking if I'd been at the Maker's Market the day before, which, as you know, I had. He then followed up with his Instagram, but there weren't that many pictures. It was a little hard to tell what he was going to look like, but I decided to just take a chance. And it was at this moment, as I was walking to the date, that I realized that I did not know what his name was. Future Johnny cutting in with story time. So at this point, you know that I want to give you all the juicy details, and sometimes I just can't. And this is one of those times. This man asked to stay anonymous, and I'm going to respect that. He walked into this date, though, and I was like, that's one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in real life. He is just stunning. He did allow me to get some audio of the date, which I'm going to play for you, but because I can't show his face, I decided the best way to do this visually would be to try to draw him. And as you'll see, I'm a pretty good artist, so I feel like you'll get a strong sense of what this man looked like and his raw sexual energy. So here you go. Here's some clips. Yeah, no, you're like one of the hottest people I've ever seen. You have one thing going against you, and it's your mullet.
You don't like the mullet?
No, I hate mullets.
I can't believe you're anti mullet.
I kind of am. I think you're pulling it off.
Thank you.
I just think you'd be hotter without it.
I'll take that boldly compliment.
I think you're so hot that you could shave your head and still be one of the hottest people in this town.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
I think you've been in Ohio too long. Yeah.
You think I'm getting desensitized?
Might be.
No, I have high standards. I think you guys are just hot and don't know it. And I need to find one of you guys, trap you before you realize that you're hot, bring you back to LA, and then by the time you have that sexual awakening, you're already my husband.
Sexual awakening.
Or I don't know, spring awakening? What kind of awakening do gay guys have? I think the picture does him justice perfectly, but I don't think the audio does. It was a really good date. It was mostly comprised of me being mean to him and him smiling and rolling with the punches, which is my perfect dynamic. The date was at Club 185, by the way, which I really enjoyed, and I was there early because after that I was meeting up with the Columbus Running Club, which happened to be a lot of the same gays that were at the tailgate a few days ago, and it was really sweet. The running club gay boys apparently decided that I needed some fresh, real Ohio flowers, so this is Aaron. He brought me flowers. Then one of the straight guys bought me a drink.
I love the spritzer tits.
That's disgusting. I decided it would be really funny to make each new person who showed up to the mixer explain to the next person who showed up why I was there, and I didn't correct them. So this is the last guy who showed up trying to explain why I'm in Columbus.
To hang out with people who maybe will sleep with you.
I mean, that's not wrong. Hey, what did you think I'm here for?
You're on a slut journey.
Shout out to the straight boys for participating, but mostly I had a really fun time just hanging out with the gay friends I'd already made.
Good night, everybody. It was nice to see you. I still don't know what your friend's doing here. I'm out.
My night continued on after that, but you can't see any of it. Suffice it to say, I had a very, very nice time. And thus ends Johnny's Slut Tour, day number 4. Substack, link in bio, you know the drill. Love you. Bye!